Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Tim Schmoyer. It's great to hang out with you guys here today. I want to dig into 7 big updates that have recently changed on YouTube and a few more that are coming, because these are going to make a significant difference in how you interact with your audience, how you grow your YouTube channel, how you promote content, lots of things, how you make money, a lot of big things. So I'm going to take it to my desktop and dig into those with you guys here. But before I do that, I want to quickly remind some of you guys who might not be aware that I am going to be in Seattle, Washington this coming weekend, this Saturday, and I am going to be doing a deep dive workshop into all day at Adobe's headquarters on how to turn your YouTube channel into a full-time income. I know a lot of you guys, you love your audience, you love your channel, and you really want to make this like a career. So what I did on Video Creators is this was my full-time gig at about 3,000 subscribers. And if you're doing the AdSense game, of course, that's one way to do it. But if you wrap a business model around your audience, you can go full-time in your channel much more quickly. And so right here, you can see there's a few registrations left. There's more details about this in the description below. But here's, oh no, that's Vlogger Day. My track is right here, the advanced track with Tim Schmoyer. And so this is what I'll be talking about. This link is in the description below. You can go check it out and learn more about it. But we'd really love to hang out with you guys and do a really small group training to teach you guys how to turn this into a full-time income, but wrapping a business model around your audience, okay? So more information down below. Let's talk about the first thing that's changing, and that is an update to the YouTube comments. So this has been a long time coming. You guys know the YouTube comments have been terrible for quite some time. They can be a place of nothing but filth and the worst of the worst of humanity, right? So they're bringing some new features to kind of filter this out and make the comments more valuable, which I am really looking forward to. The first thing here is pinned comments. I'm going to show you a screenshot of what this looks like in a second, but this is the ability to promote a specific comment by pinning it to the top of your feed. So this lets you highlight great engagement for your fans. And so if there's a comment you like, hey, everyone needs to see this comment, you can pin that to the top. And you can only have one comment pinned from what I've heard. So you won't be able to pin like everybody's comments necessarily, just like the one that you want everyone to see. Also, creator hearts. I think this is going to kind of maybe do something different than the thumbs up, thumbs down, where it shows some love by giving a heart to your favorite comments. This is a great way for people to kind of like, I think it's going to be kind of like an Instagram type of heart thing, you know, but this way for individual comments, and that'll help rank comments accordingly. So it'll kind of give your community some ways to, similar to thumbs up, thumbs down now, to really rank the comments that they think are the best. And then this is cool, creator usernames. When you comment on your channel, your username will appear towards the top of those threads so that people can see which discussions is the creator, the uploader of this video interacting with. And there's some other tools here which have been out for a little while now. Choosing moderators, we've talked about that, blacklisting, and potentially inappropriate comments for review. There is going to be an algorithm, and it says right here, identified by our algorithm. It's going to be doing a lot more behind the scenes to identify spam and junk and hate and all like all that kind of stuff. And so if you actually want to be a part of that that small group that's beta testing the algorithm for comments, I'll put a link in the description below to the sign up form that goes directly where you can apply to become a part of that. But let me show you what this looks like here. So this is kind of a screenshot, what the best we have right here in the middle. So you can see pinned by Kyle, so he pinned that one at the top that was done by a different user. So it makes it easier. Here's a little heart that he gave to this one, and then you can see also here's the little color splash thing that identifies that this person, that the creator, the uploader, engaged with this comment thread right here. So kind of making it a little bit easier for those people to interact with your comments, and for you to kind of control what's happening there. Also, another big thing that happened is that YouTube purchased a company called FameBit, and maybe you've heard about them here on this channel. It's a marketplace where you can go if you have 5,000 subscribers or more, and just browse a marketplace of brands that are just looking to do brand deals with creators like you. I'll put a link to them in the description below if you want to go sign up for your channel. Full disclosure, they are a sponsor of Video Creators, but they were recently purchased by Google, and that's what this article here is about. And a couple thoughts for you guys, because a lot of you guys said, Tim, what does this mean for you? What does this mean for us? And they haven't really released information, Google hasn't, about what their plan is with FameBit yet. But my just kind of knowing a little bit about Google, the way they work, the first thing they do is they're going to collect a ton of data, right? And then what they're probably going to do once they get some good data about, how much money are brands spending with these creators, what's the relationship between the brands and the creators like. This has been an area that Google has been separated from, because all these deals happen outside of YouTube, and they get no slice of the money of that pie of those marketing dollars that are being brought to this platform. They only get it when people spend through AdWords or dedicated campaigns through Google's dedicated sales team. And so I think they want to be like, there's a lot more money coming into the space that we don't control. Buying something like FameBit gives them a lot of good access to a lot of the data that's happening. And then I wouldn't be surprised, I don't know if this is going to happen, but if we don't see something like a marketplace for brands who want to advertise on Google, going through this traditional like pay to promote your content or ads or something, but there'd be another option maybe in AdWords like, hey, you can pay an influencer or a creator to talk about your brand instead. Maybe you don't have the budget to go out and make a dedicated video ad that you're going to then put campaign money behind, budget money to promote. Here's another option. There's plenty of people on the platform that you can pay them to talk about your brand also. So I wonder if they're going to start integrating some like influencer marketing stuff into AdWords or not, but they haven't announced anything like that. It's just kind of speculation that I think Google wants to get their hands on some of that money, and they also want to learn better how to use that information to better the market here for creators like you and me, and kind of understanding a little bit that's going on. Along with that, an update is this one here, a new optional feature. This is under the Advanced tab on your YouTube manager whenever you upload a new video. You can add this right here. It'll include paid promotion. This is in the US, to better comply with FTC regulations and guidelines that mean they say you have to give full disclosure whenever you have paid product integration happening in one of your videos. And so why is it that people start mowing the lawns whenever I get the camera out? How do they know? Okay, so you check that box, and past previous videos you've done that contain that, and you did not give proper disclosure in the video. They also say that this does not mean you still can't, if you put this on, this doesn't mean you can't get into trouble with the FTC. It just means that it's like you can maybe get away with a little bit better on older videos, but you still have to give verbal disclosure, and even better yet, well, not better yet, but along with that, in the description of your links that you're providing for the brand, things like that. So that is a new feature that's coming up. You can find that under the Advanced tab. And another thing to talk about, you guys might probably already know this because I've talked about it in the past, but the new end screens are now available for you guys to use on your YouTube channel. I have a whole tutorial, I'll link up to that below as well, on how to use these, but they really are a lot more effective at getting people to click on these things at the end of their video, at the end of your videos. I have seen a significant increase when you let YouTube pick which video to show is the best for the viewer. So the viewer's watching your video, you can show an end screen card instead of you picking a video and annotating it, so to speak. You can still do that, and you can still totally tell Google which video to watch to display to your viewer next, but I have found a much higher click-through rate when I let Google determine and decide which video to display. So but you can check out my tutorial, more information about that there. Another thing is an update coming to Content ID, and so they announced that this was going to be happening a while ago, but they recently just made the update so that it's live, so that if there is a Content ID dispute on someone's video, what used to happen is no ad revenue would be gathered for that video at all until the dispute was settled, and then whoever was the rightful owner of the content would then get the money that was earned and generated by that video. Instead, now what happens is that within 5 days of that video being published, if Content ID kicks in, YouTube was going to they're still going to be showing ads and collecting money, but it's not going to be attributed to anyone's account until after that dispute has been settled. So let's say that video's on for 10 days and the dispute's trying to be settled. All the ad money that was earned on that video for that 10 days is still being collected, and it'll go to whoever wins the dispute at the end of it. If it's been more than 5 days since that video, that Content ID dispute has popped up, then it'll start from whatever that point is. So whoever got the money before the dispute, that person will still get that money, but later it'll start whenever that dispute pops up, that Content ID match happens, and then that money will not go to either party at that point until the dispute is settled. So it's cool because now you can still make money off of your content. Let's say you're using fair use, using clearly under fair use, but you've got to work through the details with it first. You can still make money off of that content, which is awesome. So more details about that linked up in the description below. And the last thing I want to talk about is this article. I don't know how many of you guys it's going to affect right away, but high dynamic range, HDR, is maybe a lot of you guys who are familiar with photography know what that is. It's basically where you can kind of see something like this. Like this is like a standard color. This is the new color. Like, it's so much more color, so much vibrancy, way more pop, if that's a technical term, which it's not. But it's Chromecast Ultra is now supporting it, and there's only a handful of TVs that really support and screens that will support HDR. But as that becomes more and more a thing of the future, getting these really bright colors, it basically takes all the darks and all the whites and keeps them like where they're supposed to be, when all the colors in between, without kind of mixing up the colors. So it's a more technical thing, but basically the end result that's going to look amazingly beautiful. And support of that is currently available for all of you guys here on YouTube, although you need to have a device that takes advantage of it, and not many of us do at this point. So that's a thing. So links to all these are in the description below. Patreon, you guys, I have some additional links for you guys. Thank you so much for supporting this, guys. It's the people at Patreon who are supporting this content that make it possible for me to not only study what's happening behind the scenes and bring you like a brief update for it, so you don't have to spend all the time. I read like thousands of blogs. Like, most of these are coming from the YouTube blog, but there's a lot of work. And thank you so much for you guys who are patrons and making it possible for me to do this for you guys. If you're not a patron, link in the description below. You guys can go check it out. We got hangouts that we do every month together. I got exclusive podcast content. We've got bonus links like this. Just lots of cool stuff that I love doing for you guys who are patrons. And I actually got a few new perks that'll be coming up too, which you guys will hear about sometime in the future. So anyway, I'm looking forward to hearing your comments, and I will see you guys on Thursday for a really good video where I interview a bunch of YouTube experts on ideas for growing your channel if you kind of hit a plateau. That's coming up then. See you then. Bye.